That's me at KRK airport, and I've got the next 2 hours here before my flight to Barcelona, and I'm only going there for, well, 24 hours before I fly back to Warsaw. From what I've heard, Barcelona has introduced more restrictions, so all the restaurants will be closed. So I think my visit will be quite different from the other ones I've had. And I'm also due to fly for the first time this year with Ryanair. And it is my first flight this year of the airline, and also first time during the Covid-19 pandemic. So it'll be quite interesting to see how the airline is implementing all the safety measures. When you're polite and you ask for an emergency seat, when it's available, you get it. So I'm quite happy to have basically the whole row for myself, as you can see. And the flight is actually quite busy. I must say that the flight is very organized, as whenever you want to go to the toilet, you have to press the button, which is quite good. So obviously social distancing is kept, and there's no people walking around the corridor for no reason. So I've just arrived in Barcelona, and the airport feels quiet. Krakowie? I'm not entirely sure where to go. You can see the airport is literally empty. I mean, there are very few passengers. It feels quite sad actually. I had a really good flight with Ryanair. I'm quite impressed with the cabin crew and the quality of standard. Seeing Miguel now in Spain. Miguel couldn't meet me inside the terminal because it's still restricted for only passengers. So all the people who want to greet someone have to wait outside.
Exactly.
¿Sí? Vale.
Well done.
Vamos a la playa, ¿sí? So there you can only order takeaways. Barcelona, sadly. Miguel? As all restaurants are closed, the only place you can have your breakfast is outside on the park. Obviously you have to take away foods from the restaurant. Like I'm having bocadillo con queso and jamón and café con leche. Just outside Sagrada Familia, so it's not so bad. That's me at Sagrada Familia, the most famous attraction in the city. And you can see this place normally we packed with tourists, but not today. as recently Catalonia and Barcelona city introduced even stricter measures. The city has lost its spirit, I would say, so it's quite sad to see it that way, but also quite unique. So if you want to see the city without crowds of people, probably that's the time to come to visit this beautiful city.
Pròxima estació,
Verdaguer.
enllaç en línia 4.
És obligatori l'ús de mascareta al transport públic.
Pròxima estació,
Diagonal.
And now we are at Ramblas. Hola. I'm outside the house of Gaudi. Normally this place is packed with tourists, and today it's closed and it's empty, as you can see. So another tourist spot is dead.
pròxima estació,
Verdaguer.
enllaç en línia 4.
My driver Miguel is taking me to El Prat Aeroporto. And after around 24 hours I'm back at El Prat Airport and I'm about to travel back to Warsaw. And I must say things are quite different here, so it's definitely quieter if you are willing to see the city without many tourists. But most of, well, actually all restaurants are closed. You can only get for takeaway, like I said earlier. Obviously you have to wear a face mask at all times outside. The city feels quite different, so I hope that the next time we visit will be back to normal. Miguel, hasta mañana, hasta luego.
Hasta pronto.
Hasta 2021.
2021.
Yes.
See you next year.
I'm just at the business lounge at Terminal 2, and you can see there's only one more person and it's empty, but there are very, very few flights. So it just feels very strange, but the lounge is very good. And that's me about to board a flight to Warsaw, and you can see this flight will be probably full, but the airport itself is very quiet. There are very few flights, so Warsaw is one of the gateways to Europe from Barcelona this time.
Any kind of electronic speaker, strictly prohibited.
Well, lucky as basically I've got the emergency row for myself, so it won't be that bad flight to Warsaw with Wizz, and the plane isn't even full, half full, I can say, so not busy.
Welcome to Warsaw, and the local time is 11.
And I've just arrived back in Warsaw, and the flight was very quick and smooth, but it wasn't full, so